Yes, people, you know the face, you know the name. Aaron here, back again with another video. Shout out to everybody tuning in each and every time. I appreciate your support each and every time. And listen, I had to take a few days off because this cold was really kicking my behind. I tried to play it cool. I was even coughing on video and I was like, nah, this is nothing. Bro, my body was like, sit your ass down and take a break. So I had to take a break. But I'm back now. And as you can hear, I'm sounding better as well. So listen, shout out to everybody tuning in, man. Remember, you can actively support this channel by liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, all of that good stuff. But let me just drink some water because we're about to talk about some football today. This is for Arsenal fans. I want to talk about 3 games today. Not in length. I want to talk about it, intertwining all of the games. And we had some Premier League action today. We had Arsenal drawing against Brighton away 1-1. We had Man City winning against West Ham at home 4-1. And we had Chelsea with a draw as well away against Crystal Palace 1-1 as well. And let's start with the Arsenal game, man. I told you guys that the title race was over, and I told you that Arsenal was not going to be part of it. I think me and a couple of other Arsenal content creators that I follow have been telling you guys that eventually this whole, not being active in the summer transfer window and not getting in an understudy to Saka, not getting in decent midfielders, not getting in a striker, eventually these things were going to come back to bite Arsenal in the, you know what I mean. And today was one of those days, man. Today was a very poor performance from Arsenal. I have to be honest. Even in the first half, when they did score the goal, and I'll talk about the goal scorer in a minute. Even when they did score the goal, and by the way, if you wonder why I'm wearing pink today, I decided to be on my Cameron-ish today. You get me? So yeah, if you man know the picture, the infamous picture of Cameron with the flip phone and the pink mink and the pink like hat, whatever that was on his head. If you know, you know. Anyway. Arsenal were really poor, man, overall in the game. The pillars that Arsenal have, the ones that are meant to make the difference, Odegaard, Declan Rice, they didn't make the difference today. They were really poor today. In fact, at one point, I saw Odegaard and I was like, rah, he's actually playing. I forgot that he was on the pitch because that's how poor he was today. Ethan Nwaneri was Arsenal's bright spark today, and listen, I keep saying this to you guys, yeah, but when you're good enough, you're old enough. It didn't take me 15 minutes because I was yet to see a full game of this kid. It didn't take me 15 minutes to realize, yeah, he's got it. Bro, when you got it, you got it. And this kid has, it's not even that he's got it all. Do you know what I mean? I know Arteta's going to get gas now and he's going to try and rinse the whole Nwaneri thing. And when Saka comes back, Nwaneri's most likely going to fall back to the bench and not play. But really and truly, Arteta should be looking at this and going, there's something to be built with this kid. This kid should be playing, not every game, but the majority of games because he's got the flair, he's got the swagger, he's got the confidence, he's got the touches, the way he drives when he's got the ball, the way he drives it forward, the finish was very slick, very smart. He tends to make the right decisions at the right time. He's got the temperament, he's got the right pace, the right tempo. He's got it all at such a young age, So it would be very, very, it would be foolish from Arteta to not use him when Saka comes back and to just say, yo, you can fall back to the bench. Like, I don't think that should be the way. But Nwaneri is an absolute baller. Like, it doesn't have to take you 45 minutes, forget 90. It doesn't have to take you 45 minutes to realize that this kid has it all. Overall, man, Arsenal really poor, especially in the second half. Brighton took over. Brighton was stronger. Brighton grew into the game. Their confidence grew into the game. And the penalty was just the reward for Brighton's hard work, if I'm honest, because Brighton pushed and pushed and pushed. And Arsenal kind of, they were pushed back a little bit. And the only time Arsenal seemed to be a threat again was from corners. And that is my issue because I've got no issue Arsenal being good at corners. That's not the issue here. My issue with Arsenal is 4.5 years or 5 years into this project. It has to be 5 years at this point. 5 calendar years into this project. Over 600 million pounds spent or 700 million pounds spent. And you're telling me that Arteta's team's biggest threat is corners. There's a problem. There's a problem because every time Arsenal's backs are against the wall, they crumble. And today was another one of those games. You know, I can't remember Arsenal being a threat from open play. Trossard, poor. Jesus, poor. The only one that was, like I said, the bright spark was Nwaneri. That was the bright spark for me, man. Martinelli came on second half, poor. Declan Rice, poor. Odegaard, poor. Thomas Partey was actually decent today. He was decent. Arsenal's defence, Saliba and Gabriel, meant to be those threats in the air today, poor. Raya, poor. It was just an overall poor performance from Arsenal, and they only have themselves to blame now. Because guess what happens? It's 40 points for Arsenal, 45 for Liverpool. We're playing against Liverpool tomorrow. I don't see anything else, and I'm being completely honest. I don't see anything else but a Liverpool win. So Liverpool would extend their lead to 8 points. 8 points clear of Arsenal. That's done. That's the title finished. That's done. Unless something drastic happens when they face each other. But I can't see anything else happening but a Liverpool win. Liverpool extending their lead to 48 points, so that's 8 points ahead of Arsenal. I can't see anything else. So that's another year wasted by Arsenal because they don't win the smaller games they're supposed to win. And I think I've seen a stat that said something along the lines of Arsenal draw, what was it? Sorry, I need to try and look for the stat again. There it is. Arsenal draw for the 7th time in the league this season. 5 of them were from winning positions. 5 of them from winning positions. That's very poor. Arsenal 1, Brighton 1. Man City 2, Arsenal 2. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2. Brighton 1, Arsenal 1. Chelsea 1, Arsenal 1. Fulham 1, Arsenal 1. Arsenal 0, Everton 0. It's too many draws, man. For a team that's meant to compete for the title. It's too many draws. And again, just like last season, just like the season before, you're going to look back at some of those games and think, we should have won those games. Should have been more attacking. I feel like Arteta's setting up this team a bit too defensive for my liking. I don't know why, because the first season, it was all guns blazing. Literally, Arsenal would be 3-0 up by half-time, and it was the kind of similar last season. But this season, I don't know why they dropped off. I don't know where the massive drop-off is coming from, honestly. You know, I really do not know why. I really do not know why, but that's it, man, because now you look at the other contestants for not going to say for the title, but Arsenal's, some of Arsenal's rivals are the ones that are meant to compete for Arsenal for top 4, because now it's a top 4 battle for Arsenal. That's what it is. You look at City. This is a game on another day, because of their recent form, we could have been sat here and gone, rah, West Ham went to the Etihad and won. But, you know, City won 4-1. Haaland gets back on the score sheet. Savinho, I have to talk about him as well. An assist today, a goal today. He scored a goal last week. Getting into the hang of things. Slowly getting into the hang of things. And some players need a bit more adaptation time than others. And it looks like Savinho's adaptation time is over. And he's slowly getting the hang of things. You know, a goal and an assist today. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. And I have to talk about Brighton as well before I carry on with City. Brighton have to be praised for the work that they're doing. Fabian Hurtela is doing an incredible job. First season in the Premier League, and they are what? Let me look at the table. 10th. This is not bad, you know, and this is 10th with 28 points. You know, they're closing in on them Europa League, Conference League spots. If they get back into Europe, that's a great achievement. That's a great achievement for Brighton, considering they've never been into Europe. They played Europa League football for the first time. Then obviously they had to struggle. They struggled with the whole playing in Europe and playing in the league and playing in the cup competitions, domestic ones. So they struggled a little bit. But if they get back into Europe, that's a great achievement for Hurtela. Great achievement for them, you know. So credit has to be given to them. My man of the match personally was Joao Pedro. Joao Pedro, for me, he's going to get a move in the summer because at Watford already, he was looking, a raw talent, but he was looking good. Brighton now, that's where the whole talent's coming out. He captained the side today as well at one point. You could see he's matured. You could see he's matured in his game, the way he plays. He's not as rash anymore. He's not as raw anymore like he was before. So really big credit to Brighton, man. Another player that I really liked was Baleba. Oh my days. He's another one. Brighton need to do what they need to do to keep this guy at their club because he is definitely on all of the big clubs list. Coming from Lille, first season in the Premier League, trying to replace, first or second, can't remember. Trying to replace somebody like Caicedo is not an easy task. But look at him now, solidified his spot in that Brighton midfield. First name on the team sheet, 100%. So Brighton are doing an incredible job, man. Really, really good. I thought the substitutions of Minte was a really good one. He brought a bit more schwung in the game, a bit more pace in the game, a bit more intensity into the game. And yeah, I thought that was really a really good performance from Brighton. Brighton can be happy with that. Brighton can really be happy with that. Back to City. This is a good 3 points for City because they need this. This is now the second win in a row, if I'm not mistaken. I'll check that with you guys right now. Yeah, second win in a row. Second game in a row for Man City that they win in the Premier League, which is good. They're sixth, but anything can change. I think there's a few points separating like sixth and third or something like that. So that's a good win for Man City. A very good win for Man City. And they're going to need this because they're going to have to get back in the habit of winning because there's a massive game coming up for Man City against PSG in the Champions League. For PSG, that's a whole different story. They need to win that because if they don't, they're out of the Champions League. But for Man City as well, they need to win just to get back in the habit of winning games again. So that's a good way to start, man. They got Salford next in the FA Cup. That should be an easy win for them. But yeah, man, listen, Man City win that. Man City win against West Ham 4-1. Listen, Lopetegui, I don't know how this guy is still in charge at West Ham. I was expecting him to leave before the end of the year, 2024. 2025, this guy is still in charge of this guy is still in charge of West Ham. I particularly do not rate him at all. I really don't. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I don't think he's good at all. I think he flopped at Wolves, he flopped at Real Madrid, flopped as a manager for Spain. He's just not good. He's just not good, man. Chelsea. Listen, Chelsea. Maresca seemed to be right. This is the reason they are not title contenders. Because of games like today. Because of games like the three ones prior to the one that they drew today. 4 games that Chelsea have been winless now. 4 games. It's not looking good. Which games are there? So there's the one today. There we are, Chelsea. There's the one today, 1-1. They lost to Ipswich 2-0, lost to Fulham 2-1, and drew against Everton, 0-0. The wins are going to have to come now because, boy, it's not getting any easier for Chelsea. 1 point away. They're below Nottingham Forest now. If Forest win on Monday against Wolves, which I believe they will, Forest could go second, That's a mad thing, Wow. Actually, no. Arsenal have a better goal difference. So, yeah. But still, Nottingham Forest could be level on points with Arsenal. Arsenal is peak for you, man. It's peak. I forgot to... I didn't realize it. It's peak. It's peak for you guys. But anyway, back to Chelsea. Chelsea, you got Newcastle breathing down your necks. Newcastle have done really well in recent times. One against Man United. One against Tottenham earlier this morning. It's looking like Europe is on for Newcastle. Another win in their next game, Newcastle. And who's that in the league? That's Wolves on the 15th. They got Wolves on the 15th, yeah? Wolverhampton, if they win that, brother, all of a sudden, that's 38 points. They could move into the top 3, bro. Listen, Arsenal, Chelsea, it's looking peak for you, man. There's a hell of a lot of man breathing down your necks. But Chelsea today, that was just a typical Chelsea performance. But they started so well. The goal that they scored, Sancho. Sancho. Oh my days. He's loving life over there. This is just emphasizing more and more what I said about this deal that we did with Chelsea. That was a horrible deal. And the only loser in this deal was going to be Man United. And look now. Another assist for Sancho. Another goal for Cole Palmer. Palace done well to come back though. Really, really well from Palace. Eze back in the team helped them a lot. It brought a bit more creativity in the team. Doucouré coming back into the team, starting games again, brought a bit more solidity into the team. You know, they needed that. They really needed Doucouré to come back. And Jean-Philippe Mateta, you just can't, there's no way, you can't bench him now. He's starting and scoring. Can't bench him. You know, Glasner was benching him at the start of the season. I don't quite know why. But now, with all the goals that he's scoring, you can't bench him. Excuse me, you can't bench him. Speaking of Crystal Palace, they're breathing down our necks. Let me check the table. Crystal Palace are now a point behind Man United. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. But anyway, it's looking kind of all right for Crystal Palace now. Started the season very, very badly. Very badly. But somehow, some way, they managed to find a way back. Winning games here, drawing games there. It's looking a bit steadier. You know, it's not looking good, but it's looking steadier. But for Chelsea, this is the reason why Maresca said they're not in the title race. And a lot of people clowned him. A lot of people criticised him for not admitting that or for not wanting to admit that they are in the title race. But clearly, they are not. They are not. So they're going to have to get back to winning ways, get back into the habit of winning games. And yeah, man. Chelsea. They have to get back to winning ways because otherwise it's looking peak. So, listen, let me know what you think in the comment section below, people. Let me know what you think about all the games that we have just discussed. What's it look like for Arsenal? What's it going to look like for City? Where are Chelsea at? What's going to happen with them? Let me know in the comment section below. If you made it till the end of this video, make sure you go ahead in the comment section and type in title race. Those are the final words for this video, title race. Anyway, people, thank you very much for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but I'll see you tomorrow for the match reaction of Man United against Liverpool. I'm laughing because, we know what's going to happen in it. Like, I just hope it's not going to be another embarrassment. That's all I hope for. But anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'm out, people. Peace.